Hi, lovelies. Good evening. From here, I greet you guys with your time. Guys, come in, please. Let's talk about will. Let's discuss, my lovely people. Global audience, please come in. Who dey there? Who dey there? Who dey there? Now who dey there? Did don show? Who dey there? Who dey there? Make una come in. Who dey there? Now who dey there? Who dey there? Who dey there? Didi don show. Make you come. Didi don show. Make you come. Make you come. Who dey there? Now who dey there? Make una come in. Hi. I don't show. Who is in the building? Coming. I don't show. I don't show. Make una come in. Let's discuss. Make una come in. Let's talk about will. Let una come in. Make we yarn. I don't show. Didi don show. My people, make una come in. Make we talk sharply. All right. We want to talk about will today. All right, my people. Yes, but before we start, we need to check the definition of will. I'm talking about human will now. Will that we as human we put down before we leave planet Earth. Okay? Some people will say, I don't want to write will now. If I write will, it means I'm calling death for myself. Who said so? No, it is not. Death is sure, it's inevitable, it's something that will visit you and I. It's something that will visit everybody. Even the man that lived a life without sin, Jesus Christ, that was recorded in the Bible, he died. Okay? He died. So all mortals must die. So we are talking about will today, and I am going somewhere because of what happened in somebody's life after the death of her husband, my people. So before that, let's check the dictionary meaning of will. A will or Testament is a legal document that expresses a person's wishes as to how their property is to be distributed after their death and as to which person is to manage the property until its final distribution. Una don hear am? So not because you get your solicitor or lawyer or barrister to put down will for you means that you are dying now. No, it is important in one's life to put will down. The way we have our next of kin, all right? Though I will treat that next of kin in another topic, because I still have next of kin news on my table. But today's own, I'm talking about will. Who should be put on will? That is a big question. Is it the spouse? Spouse entitled of the husband or the wife? Is it the children? Children are our offspring as couple. When you are married or you are not, and you start having babies, they grow up as offspring, they are your children. So are you saying that your children should be on your will? Another question, if peradventure you have more than one child, do you think all of them as well should be on your will? You will give the lawyer the go ahead to put down the names of all your children on your will? Or will you put down the child that respects you the most, the child that you love the most, or the favorite child of yours? Is that the child that should be on your will? Or is it your extended family, your parents, your guardian, your siblings that trained you all through the phase of life, that trained you through your university until you made it? Are they the ones that should be on your will before you leave planet Earth? Is it your father, your mother, your brother or your sister's name that should be on your will? This is a big question, because when we talk about will, so many people have really put themselves into big gbege. By the time they pass on to glory, if una as family, they fight, they disgwangwa, they set blow karate, pishi, because of will, una no go believe una eyes. Before I will read the story that is on my table, I really want us to really understand this very well. Will is very important. It is a legal document or testament that should be written down when you are alive, because you and I don't know when to leave this planet Earth. There are a lot of people that put their siblings on their will. There are a lot of people that even go as far as putting their parents on their will, and they are married. So I want to emphasize on the married couple right now. Let's leave the bachelors and the spinster out of this. As a married couple, who is supposed to be on your will? Is it your children? Is it your partner? Or your parents? Your siblings? Your siblings are your extended family. Or that uncle that was there for you when you had no money, that sponsored you through school until you now hit wealth. Is it the one that you will put on your will? Or that your cousin that you love so much that the two of you share things together as a growing young man or as a growing young woman back years? Is she or he the one you will put on your will when you are married? Or you are not in love with your wife. Maybe you were once in love with her, you now fell out of love, and your wife had children for you, which even after going to check on them through the DNA test, the results shows you are the real father of the children or that child. So because you are not happy with your wife, you have fallen in love, you have fallen out of love with your wife. Are you saying now that your wife and your children should suffer because your wife offended you? Children are innocent. Children, I always say that, then they with Baba God for heaven. All right? Until you as a woman or as a man decide, say, we go want to jiggy or we want to jiggy by opening our legs, then the man will deposit the spermatozoa inside us, which will now fertilize the woman's egg. Pregnancy will now occur. So among the millions of sperm that the man produces during that sexual intercourse, now one inside now go fertilize the egg and it go turn to pikin. So this innocent child now that came from heaven now, simply because your wife offended you, you now decide to transfer aggression on that child or those your children by what? Putting down your brother's name or your sister's name on your will. Okay? So, my people, people might ask, why is Didi saying this? I am saying this because of what I got. All right? So, look, listen, guys. It states like this. He said, my husband's family asked me to surrender the deeds to the land we bought after he died. Even though we were married and have children, I ignored them and was called a murderer for refusing to let go of it. They went to his workplace and claimed his death benefits because he used one of his brothers as next of kin. When he started the job years ago, and he did not remember to change it. Today, the brother that took that money, that took the property, that took everything that belonged to my husband is dead. And his own children inherited his death benefits. So the question here is that this person is married to a man. Okay? Unfortunately, she lost her husband. And this husband now, before he died, he put his brother as his next of kin, and he also put his brother on the will that he asked his lawyers to write. So at the long run, the families of the late man now, which is the brother, because there is an evidence. What is the evidence? That will that the lawyer tendered to them is there. So he is now saying that everything, the way it is documented, belongs to him. Even when the wife tried or she could to fight for what rightfully belongs to the children, people are saying that no, you cannot have anything because the will states that the properties, the cars, money in the bank, everything belongs to the man's brother, now deceased. And according to her now, she said the man wrote this will down before he married. This is what we are talking about, madam. Your husband put his younger brother or his elder brother or the brother he loves so much in the family as next of kin. He puts his name as well on the will. At least before your husband married you, or let me not say before your husband married you, now you guys are husband and wife and you have had children, not even one, not be two, not be three. You don't born full house for this man. You guys did not discuss. And maybe you too, at that time too, maybe you are just a full-time housewife. Maybe you are not even doing anything for yourself to safeguard your children's future. You know, guys, hello Bekwara, thanks for coming. Thank you. How are you doing? And how is Lebanon? You know, I always say that women should not depend on their man's wealth, no matter what. Even though you are given open check to write down amount that you want for weekly upkeep or monthly upkeep, depending on how the money comes, have money of your own. The man's own should be additional, should be an added advantage. Now look at this. The man is dead. The will now is written in favor of the man's brother, and you have children for this man. You have children for this man, for crying out loud, young woman like that. And now you are saying that before the man died was when he wrote the will. Does it mean that you did not sit down and discuss with your husband? In as much as you talk about unexpected challenges of life, which you and I have our own separate ways and different ways it comes to us, that does not mean that you discussing the future of your children, will, next of kin of your children, that does not mean that you are wishing the man dead. That does not mean that if you discuss with your wife, you meant death for your wife. It's because of the children. You are saying that this particular man, now before he died, oh, it is well, dear. It is well. So thanks for coming in, guys. So yes, long time. So you are saying now that the man did not write the will when the two of you are married. I believe will can be amended. It could be amended if you as a wise woman have sat your man down and discussed, what about the future? What have you done about your will? Who is your next of kin if you pass on? All these things matters in life. Even as women, even though you have your twin that you love so much and you put that twin as next of kin before you marry, as far you have started having children, go and change it. If you know you have bank accounts, whoever you put at your next of kin before you marry, as far you started having children, you will not tell me that all your children that is born of you are all Judas Iscariot. You must still get one good one inside. Hello, Mama, the super is in the building. Okay, ma, okay, no wahala. Nice to see you. Okay, so next of kin, who should be next of kin in our lives? Who should be on our will? Is it because your parents sponsored you all through your school until you even had your PhD degree? Does it warrant that it is your parents that should be the next of kin of your wealth when you have children? I am talking about the married ones here right now. Imagine this lady that is crying now that my husband's family asked me to surrender everything because of what? The husband made a mistake when he was alive by putting his brother, even though he loved that his brother so much, there's nothing wrong in it. After all, you had your brother before you found your better half, is it not? You had your sister or your siblings, your parents, before God directed you to your partner, your life, the person that you now decide to be the mother of your children and the father of your children, is it not? So even though before you got married as a bachelor or a spinster, you put down your sibling's name on your will, or you put down your sibling's name as next of kin of your property, your wealth, and all that, I believe that it could be amended. At least you have started having children. Men should take this, because I don't just understand. That yes, they will say, the family of the man will say you can remarry. Is it every widow that we want to remarry? I have seen lots of widows that after the death of their husband, they marry their children. When I mean marry their children, that does not mean that they are having sexual intercourse with the children. No, 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 no. Far from that. But they marry their children. They are there to take care of their children in thick and in thin. All right? They are there to see the children through in life. Every good prayer for every good parent, from every good parent, is that their children should be better off than they are. If you are a thousandaire, you pray for your children to be a millionaire. Okay? If you are a millionaire, you pray for your children to be billionaire. Is a bad parent that will be jealous or be praying for the downfall of their children. Just imagine what this sister is going through now. They called her a murderer because she's asking from the family of the man parts of the man's wealth, whereas the man made a mistake by putting down his brother's name on his will before he died. Does it mean that as a wife, you did not sit your husband down and discuss about your children's future, even though you want to resettle down as a widow? Because some people will say, I am still young, I still want to remarry and all that. Do you think it's every man that will accept your children that you have from your previous marriage into your new home? It's not every man. So any woman that is a widow and remarry and the new husband accept the children with open hands, then you count yourself lucky. All right? So it is high time for women to wise up. Okay, now this woman now is even saying that the man, because it is on documents, is documented, so there is no way she could fight it. Everything, the benefits, benefits that she's supposed to have with her children all went to the man's brother. And you can see she married to a bad family. She married to a bad family. Because I also believe that even though the man put his brother as his next of kin or put his brother on his will, I believe if the brother really have love for the children, I am not even talking about the woman, because most family that we are married today into, most family members, I'm talking of the in-laws, they don't love their daughter-in-law. All right, they don't love their daughter-in-law. Okay, what about the children? What transfer aggression will you have on your brother's children that you cannot even let go certain things? Why will she allow her husband to put his brother's name? Okay, you came late. In the story, she said that let me read the story again. My husband's family asked me to surrender the deed to the land we bought after he died with other properties, even though we were married and I have children with him. I ignored them and I was called a murderer for refusing to let go of it. They went to his workplace and claimed his death benefit because he used one of his brothers as next of kin. You can underline that line. He used one of his brothers as next of kin when he started the job years back, and he did not remember to change it. He did not remember to change it. Before I got married as well, I used my younger brother as my next of kin. Okay, but that was for my bank account transaction. But now you are married. Look at this, the story now. She said the husband used his brother as next of kin, and now there is big problem because the brother have inherited everything that is on the will because it is documented. That was why I read the meaning of will before some of us came in here. A will or testament is a legal document that expresses a person's wishes as to how their properties is to be distributed after their death. After their death, how you want your property to go, how you want your wealth to go, how you want each and everybody of your family or your friends to partake or to receive from that your wealth or your property or landed property or cars or whatever. All right. So many people, they do that when they are not married. There are a lot of people that put down their will when they are not married, especially guys that have arrived financially on time, because they don't know when the unseen will happen. The unforeseen, sorry, will happen, which will happen. So most of them put their whoever they want. I have also seen somebody that put his very close friend, his very, very close friend in his will. And when I ask then, why did you do this? You have a family, you are not married yet. The reason he gave to me, till today, I'm still dumbfounded. It shocked me. Okay, because there are some kind of family that want you dead. There are some kind of family we come from that wish you evil. What they all want from you is your money. They don't like you, let alone to love you. Any good thing that comes your way, but they buy them, they pepper them, they do this one, they do that one. So those kind of people that are like that, if they have a very good confidant, somebody they confide in, so it could be a friend, it could be even a schoolmate, they are ready to surrender everything to that person. Okay, what a mistake. Tomorrow is my birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. The brother-in-law is wicked and inconsiderate. Along the line, the brother-in-law died. If I continue the story, the brother-in-law died, and the children of the brother-in-law inherited all these things that the man had, and left this woman with her children to suffer. That is why I said that even though you don't like the woman, because there are some marriages that we are in, all right, the families of the man don't like us as wives, but we go just the passion, they go till we go do now. You love the man and the man is in support. What I treated last week is something similar like this. At least that one is somebody I know very, very well, somebody I know, but along the line, the man died. But before the man died, the man stood by the wife when his own family, his immediate family, because this man worked in one of the oil firms in Nigeria, is a big shot. This is somebody I know. I go to their house, I eat and everything. He died at a very young age. I think 40 something was when he died. I went for the wake keep, but I could not go for the burial. When this man was alive, that was how the family of him, now he read in book, now he decided I go school, even though I don't know who sponsored him. Okay, he decided I go school, engineer, and he was employed in one of these big oil companies in Nigeria. He made his money. This his own blood brothers now, they were like, the wife want to chocolate everything. And this woman don't born children for this man. Don't born boy, don't born girl. They will not even allow the woman. But when the man had nothing that time, when they were dating, they did not see all this nonsense. So when they were dating, when the man is so bad, they drink Gary for school that time. The lady stood by him and was believing that tomorrow will be better than today. And eventually it was. They don't want this woman to drink water and keep empty cup on the ground. The man changed the car, now wahala. Then see her a better land is for her waist, now problem. Now they chop all the brother money until they fire this man with sickness. At the end of the day, that was how the man just few days sickness like that. And before the man died, the family, some family are bad though. Before the man died, if you see what his own siblings are coming to do, both the ones that are women and the ones that are guys, and the ones that baffle me the most is that even the ones that are women, where they husband house, are still treating their fellow women because of now my brother money, now my brother property. Now my brother marry you, will not like you, we tell you before, but you not agree. This one not do that one. That one, woman, even if it is men that are fighting their brother's wife or fighting their brother, that one is a different ball game, though it's not good. But as a woman that wears the shoes of a woman, How good God? I don't understand whether people even understand what it means to be a single mother, let alone a widow. What it means to be a single mother. You single-handedly, only you single-handedly go buy a camel. Only you single-handedly go buy corn. Only you single-handedly will grind that pap. Only you single-handedly will foot the bills of your children. Single-handedly pay school fees. Single-handedly they run head when hospital, pikin not wear health issues and all that. And you say you born for man. Now we are even talking about married women now that are now widow, and the men left nothing for them. They don't born children full house for you. Most families don't like the woman because of jealousy. Yes. But this woman, she's working, and I still believe she's still working up till now. She had her money of her own, even though the man is richer than her. You understand? But they don't want her to succeed in anything. So when the man died, oh good God. People that even went for the burial, they said, if you see what happened at the burial, the way they treated this woman at the burial, as if she was nobody, somebody that the man married, white wedding, traditional wedding. Marriage. I don't even know that they did a legal marriage, court marriage. But those two now know say the man do what they see for their parlor. They said people that went for the burial, they said if you see, now so talk, they go up right, left, and center. So if you see what the family of the man did to the woman when they go bury in husband, so you go pity, say, in short, I now see the reasons why some women say I don't want to marry. I was speaking with my colleague yesterday, one of my colleagues yesterday. I not just even know it just enter me. One thing say make I ask these ladies, a white lady. And I asked, I said, I believe you have children. How many children do you have? She said she no get to. I said, go away, you are kidding. She said she's not kidding. I said, why? She said, yes. And I said, and your husband, you are married, right? She said, yes, she's married. And your husband accepted that? She said, yes. That though it's selfish reason, but she prefer it that way. This is an elderly woman. I said, and you did not adopt? She said, no. Maybe she took this decision because she knows where she's coming from. Maybe she has siblings that have gone through things like this in life. She not born, she not adopt. So if she died tomorrow, now she go will all her will give her pussycats or her dogs. Her mind go there at peace. You see the way the white people live their lives. Easy and simple life. But in Africa, when you not married, that time they go, they cost you, don't overdue. I talk them, you waka waka too much. That is why. Hello, Einstein TV, you are welcome. You waka waka too much. Now you marry again. You are believing God for the fruit of the womb. I talk them. The abortion in a year you they do, you don't pass 50. Look at now, you have killed all your children. The children you're supposed to have for your husband, you have killed them. As soon as they talk, they they don't know, say, not be everybody now go born for life. I always say this. It's not everybody that we marry. It's not compulsory. Marriage is not compulsory. Having babies as well is not compulsory. If you don't want your father's name to linger, it's not compulsory. Okay? So, all these things we are dragging right, left, and center. Say you marry, you're not born, or you born, you are having a particular sex, only girls. You go see men, African men, because they want their family name to linger. They will keep having babies. They kill this woman. The woman go don't old past her age. Some of them said if they don't want to punish your wife too much, they will now go and bring in another wife or concubine and start having babies with that concubine so that they can have an heir to their throne. So that they will have a male child. I used to tell people, so what guarantee do you have that the new wife you are bringing will give you a male child? We are not God. In as much as doctors have researched and they said the men have the XY chromosome, while women have the XX chromosome. The Y chromosome meets the X, it will give you the boy child. While the man releases the X and he meets the S of the woman, it gives you a girl child. So it is by chance and by luck. Not be seen I used to be do pass. Even though medical doctors say that there's how they check it. That is why we cannot tempt God. You cannot tempt God. You cannot force God to do what destiny have permits, what destiny have allowed. If God say you go get the two sex children, you go get them. I was speaking with somebody yesterday. Ever since she married the first time, the husband died. All right. Then she remarried. Me said that time I still even be teenager. I was speaking with the brother. So the brother now told me that I asked after the parents. He now told me that the parents are doing a omugo at the elder sister's place. I said, your elder sister, she don't born. He said, yes. I said, why? Now she they born. I mean, she don't they continue to be born. He said, no, now you forgot that she lost the first husband, and then she had to remarry. This is a person who married donkey years when I was in secondary school. My first child is 15 years now. Now she just born which day yesterday. Yeah, that is life for you. So why we be making caricature of people? Now she at this secondary school when they married her that time. Before she lost the husband, then she remarried again. Now she they born me. I don't born finish. My last speaking 9 years. Then this particular man too married about a few years ago, 4 years ago. Now in wife they born twins, and God now embarrassed them with the ejime. He said the ejime is about 8 months now. You see how life is. You see how life is. So it is high time, men, especially those that are baby husbands. Not be all man be man, but we have real men that we say my yes is yes, my no is no. In as much as your parents are the one that's brought you to planet Earth, that sponsored you through school, that train you, it is their duty and it is necessity for every parent to take care of their offspring, because these offsprings are with Baba God in heaven. Man and woman are decide that they want to have sexual intercourse, whether they decide to have children or the one I always call by mistake pregnancy occur. But it is the responsibility of the parents, be it the mother, be it the father, to take care of their offspring. Sometimes I watch some certain videos and which I will treat maybe on a separate video when I see especially Nigerian students, international students schooling abroad, saying how they struggle to pay their school fees. I would be like, what? Your parents managed to send you abroad because you are desperately wanting to study abroad. Fine and good, because we don't have good education back in Africa. You now pressurize your parents that I want to go UK, I want to go Australia, I want to go America. Anyhow, and I want to find the money. You should look for the money and pay my tuition. When I get there, I will do 20 hours job, which the country permits, and I will pay my school fees. Some of them will come out on air and be saying how they struggle. How they struggle to pay school fees. It's not easy. Even as parents, it is not even easy. Except you are buoyant, except you are born with silver spoon. People like them, Davido will be saying them born come mute wealth. People like Bill Gates, family them as Bill Gates now don't make money for in family. You understand? People like Dangote children, then born then come mute wealth. Not be somebody like us where we say we manage, we struggle. Then you now struggle and send that child abroad. Then this child now, because he or she is desperately to learn abroad, then he or she now will be fending for themselves by going to work, doing all kinds of jobs. The ones that are ladies now will now go into prostitution. Parents will think that they are schooling abroad though, because of what the bills they are paying. Because by the time Nigeria parents have managed to raise that first tuition fee, have managed to get the visa, have managed to pay the air ticket for their children to school abroad, on your own, old Israel, immediately they don't reach. If they don't manage pay that first year school fees, they don't tell the pikin make it go, they find work, make it take work. Then why did you come? Why did you come? Must you school abroad? Because that is what is rampant now in Nigeria. They want to go abroad to school and they cannot do it. Then you that brought that child, you will see 18 years old child, 20 years old child that is in the university, fending for him or herself, paying school fees. Your parents have sponsored you abroad. They'll say, I will manage, do flight ticket for you. We'll go manage and pay accommodation for you. Then when you get there, you don't settle down, you go to pay your school fees. You will see that girl child, you will see that boy child, you will say, I accept, mama, papa, yes, because they want to be named an international student. Being an international student is not a bad thing, but what I'm trying to say here is that when you, as a parent, you now make your child to struggle too much, make your child to work, to be paying for his or her school fees. To me, it is a no-no. It's bad because it is your responsibility. If your child is saying that he wants to school abroad and you know you cannot afford that money, that child should school in Africa. Then by the time the child starts making money and the child wants to forward his or her education on his or her own, because I know some of my classmates that are doing their PhD. Now they are grown. Some of them are in their 40s, 50s. They are matured people now. That one, no stress. Instead, they will be working and be sending money back home because they are not married. But I am talking about the one that want to do BSc, 18 years, 17 years, 20 years, 20-something years, that it's supposed to be enjoying the prime of life at that particular time. Una go come dey stress the child to make it go dey pay school fee because the child refused to school in Africa. Anyways, it's their own cup of tea. That is my own opinion. Then Mama the Super said something that will should be for the kids. Okay, that is her own. Will should be for the kids. The brother-in-law is very, very wicked because most family don't like women because of jealousy. Yes, I will say will should be for the kids. But I know that we have some Judas as children, some children that are very, very stubborn, that even wish their father to even die or their mother to die so that they will colobi the will quick and push out other children. So it is right, if you are writing your will, whoever you want to write the will to, split it. All right? Split it. If you have a big property and you know that you have this kind of children that don't like themselves, whether we like it or not, there are some children that don't like themselves and they do it obvious. It's obvious they don't like themselves and they are jealous of themselves even though they have the same parents. So if you want to do your will and you have property scattered here and there, you don't need to give that kind of children the same place. Because one might end the life of the other one. The other day, I watched somebody's confession, how he killed his own blood brother. His own blood brother because of property, because of landed property. But at the end of the day, he confessed. And do you know what he even said? After being remorseful, he said that the children should forgive him, that he's ready to give the children more lands of ease. That is his own. Oh. So you have all these many lands and you decide to go and kill your own brother because of one parcel of land. Because that parcel of land now, they for better place, your eye can't enter inside. Man will get children. Now you want to go and give your brother's children now order of your land, that anyone with them want, you are ready. You see life because of what? You know you are going down. They have caught you, they've arrested you. I don't know how they will judge that case in Nigeria because that one is a family case. So that in a death penalty, they give the person a life sentence. I don't know. Whether family will now say, let's take it out of the police, that this is family case. I don't know how they do all that stuff. My people. But at the end of the day, what are we talking about here? You are married. Immediately you don't marry, enter house. You know, say where you are marrying to. Whether they like you or they don't like you. You and your partner, there are things we need to discuss. They are things we need to discuss as partner. Is your partner, is your lost rib if you are a man. If you are a woman, Bible says that a man will leave the parents and cleave to the husband, and two of them will become one flesh, one body. So discuss all these things because of your children. And I always say that before they discuss all these things, before you put down your will, men, make sure you carry DNA test on all your children. This will not be say, I trust my wife. This will not be say, I trust my wife. Okay? Carry DNA test on all your children so that you don't go and give out your will or what you don't suffer all your whatever, your life savings to another man's children. I heard yesterday, I asked after somebody we grew up with donkey years. The person I asked after now told me that this person, you never hear the gist. I said no. He said this person don't, this so person now, the man is dead, but this boy now, he don't go find him. Papa don't be the papa born him. I say what are the years? So things they happen for this life. Oh, this is a full-grown man now that is now settled down. Now. Of recent, not even up to 1 year, a bit 1 year, 6 months. Now, yes, the man when they don't, they call papa since when they don't die, when they don't even bury that time when we did secondary school, say not being papa. Hey, how will he even? That is, I don't just understand. He have grown up to know all his siblings as one father. Now I don't go trace in blood, find out say not be the man born him. After the man have sponsored this boy all through the face of life to university level and everything, then his free biological father, what did he do? Nothing. Who lose? Who lose, my people? Even though the guy eventually found out that this is his father and let me forgive my mother, how is he even going to bond? I don't just understand. I go take bond. I go take flow now with this in new papa. So men, before you take drastic decision, before you put down your will, I am not saying that you should not put down your brother or your family names in your will if you want to, because some people love their extended family, like say tomorrow not there, even more than their immediate family. Some people love their extended family, especially men, that every suggestion, every opinion, they go seek consent from their family members, be it uncle, be it mama, be it papa, be it siblings. They might not even discuss anything with their wife. Okay, look at this woman now. Look at the message I am reading from my phone now. This woman now, definitely before the man died, they did not discuss anything. They did not discuss anything. Because if they had discussed, the little one now that she grabbed now, that the in-laws are now calling her murderer. Say that he killed the man, whereas not the woman killed the man. Then the major one now, the benefits now that the company now supposed to be paying the man as a permanent staff there. Now in brother now they take him and you get children. And God forbid bad thing. And you get children. And these children now, with the tune of this message now, these children will still be little. Not that they are like grown-up children, like adults. Like maybe they are now in their 40s, 50s. They will say, okay, I beg, I don't even sell my father's property. Somebody like me, right from time, person thing not they enter my eye. I want my own person thing. And they talk. Even I used to tell my dad, I don't want anything from you. I don't want. If you give me, I will take. But I am not ready to drag with anybody. Now my own idea after, because it's not a crime at my age if I still be having landed properties. If I still have things on ground for my children, it's not a crime. So why should I be dragging what my father have, what my mother have, and all that? The enemy will now come and all that. Okay, so I am not this kind of person that somebody's thing enter my eye at all, right from even when I was a growing child till date. Okay, so it is how you want your tomorrow to be. Now you go start on that yesterday. how you want your tomorrow to be. You will start planning. If you are this kind of person that depends on parents' wealth, this kind of person that depends on family wealth, maybe my uncle die, I go pushing children one corner, Kolobi. There is what they call karma and nemesis. Okay, look at this message now. The man now that inherited the woman's late husband's property, even though the property was in his name, the man now is dead. Who will not die? You that is dragging, even when the woman was even begging, I born for your brother. When I know say I born for your brother, at least, okay, fine and good. Your brother did these things without my consent. He put down your name without this, at least because of the children, if not for me, because of the children. Give me little thing. They say, what are you talking about? Come on, get out and don't be silly. They push her aside, also push her children aside. The man now, the said man is dead. The children now can't inherit the property. You see how we African live our lives. You see how we live our life. Even though you have children, you have 5 children, you will not tell me that all the 5 children will not listen to you. At least one will take something in from you as a parent. Even though one inside go say, I beg, I make I do this one, make I do like this. I do on my own, make I do like this. That is tubo. Then maybe the remaining 2 or 3 now, they stubborn, they bege that then with their papa will die. In short, nothing will reach you as the smallest child. But what am I trying to say here? Discuss with your children. Show your children your landed property. There are so many people that have died today, their property don't lost, money don't lost for bank. Because of waiting, they not open up to wife, they not open up to children. You know how many people money don't lost for bank? You know how many people don't die, their money don't lost for bank because they did not put next of kin, or maybe peradventure they put next of kin. The next of kin too don't die. They did not go and check it. They did not go and re-edit it. They just whatever. Then the money died like that. Die as well as they die. I have also seen somebody that when he died, most of his properties, because this man loved buying properties everywhere. Most of his properties, and so it lost. So they call it trace. They trace. They find documents. They trace. Many lost. That is why you see land grabbers. By the time you have a particular property, don't stay for years, it don't turn to forest, finish. People will start grabbing it because nobody is coming for it. You never told anybody you have property there. I'm talking of landed properties here, even houses that are well and finished building. Now, so some of them too still they lost because the parents did not carry their children along. Maybe it is their own siblings or their own parents they put, and they are also diseased. So all those ones now go. There are many where for Port Harcourt like that. Abandoned property. Many. I think there was a time that government started selling some of them safe. There are so many like that because nobody came for them. No family members came for them. Now this should serve as a lesson to women because since her husband did not remember to change the will in favor of their children, my question is this. You have been married to this man for years and you have children for this man. It did not occur to you in any way that, honey, I beg, make we discuss. This land where me and you get so. Now how we go do am in all day? Which our children then we will put inside in all day. Your own are to they born, they chop money. Nobody knows tomorrow, my people. Tomorrow is pregnant. Me. So it is today we shall be planning for tomorrow. We should plan for tomorrow. All right. More especially if you know you are married and you have children, you are very sure that the children you have are for your husband. Start discussing the future of your children. Okay? Even though you don't even want anything for yourself, secure for your children. Even people that are married to polygamous home, polygamy family that have different gates, different wives, different children, step brothers and sisters. The wives there too, that still they hold their own side well. Then they hold their own side well, because if the oga die now, everything now might maybe go to the first wife, whereas the man have up to 2, 3, 4 wives, or might go to the man's own immediate family. Then who is to suffer? The children will suffer. I'm not even talking of the woman here, because we as women, we can still maneuver. Even though na groundnut, pure water we dey sell, we are ready to sell and bring our children up. But it is very, very bad whereby as a man who is financially buoyant, you now die, then your children will be suffering. It's not good. Well, it's not good. Somebody was saying in one of her videos that she was born into a rich home. Okay, then something that happened, they became poor along the line. All right. So, especially if the breadwinner of the home dies and the person did not secure the future of the children, it don't hard, because many women are lazy. Most women don't want to do anything. They just want to depend on their man, because they are seeing money, they are seeing paycheck every day, every week as it comes in. They don't even want to venture into something, even though you don't want to do something. All right, you can open that shop and employ somebody to manage it for you as a sales girl. But what am I trying to say here is that have money of your own. If you don't want to work, there's nothing wrong in doing facial cure, nail cure, pedicure, manicure, and all that. But have something of your own, and there is everything wrong if you don't want to have your own income in your own name because of your children. Except maybe you are not a mother. If you are not a mother, okay, then it's left for you to be eating your money. Then the day death knock on the door, you take them like that. But if you are a mother, if you know what it means, because when we talk about death here, nobody knows who will go first. So it's not about age. It's not because my husband is my senior, then he will be the one that will die first. They count like that. The wife could be the one that will go first. And if peradventure the man refuses to not to marry, it's left for the man. And if the man as well decide to marry, you don't know who is coming in to come and take care of your children, especially when they are still very small. They draw their head, they knock their head, they maltreat them. Is that what you want? You will be at your grave, where your mortuary. Mortuary, yes, or morgue, when the person is not buried yet. You go there, they look at your children, they suffer, they cry, my mommy, oh, hey mommy, oh, biko, inemo. You cannot do anything. Then when you eventually bury, this of you to rest in peace. You no go rest in peace. In short, you go come be rest in pieces. The spirit go just they parabolate because of your children. You know the way they say the cry of a mother is. A real mother, because not be all mama be mama. The cry of a real mother, that is how it is, the cry of children, especially when they are small. The cry of a motherless children. That is why Bible says Jesus Christ is the wife to the widow. Okay, and that we should take care of the widow. Take care of the orphan. You know the cry of a motherless child, let alone the cry of an orphan. Orphan is when you don't have both parents. Your mama don't go, your papa don't go, nobody there. You are, in short, you are just living by the grace of God. You are living on your own faith. Okay? There was a time I saw one small little boy. In the night, around 8 in Nigeria. The boy was crying. He carried a tray. Now I called the boy, me and my mother. I said, what is wrong with you? What are you doing outside by this time? He said, one brother bought granite, this breaking granite that they used to tie. That one brother bought granite. And in short, he was crying in front of the shop. The one brother bought granite from this shop here. And then now the brother have gone home. And now say, oh my good God. So is that why you are crying? He said, yes, if I go home, my auntie will beat me, my auntie will kill me, my auntie will, oh God. I say, hey, I don't die, oh. I can't ask this little boy, say, okay, how much granite this brother buy from you? He said the ground is 100 naira ground. That and the brother wanted to pay, but there was no change. So the brother said, go come. You know that's how we do in Nigeria now. You might buy pure water, you give somebody 100 naira to get like 80 naira balance. The person will say no change. Instead of you to release that 100 naira because it is easier for the seller to see you than you to see the seller. You will say, now my shop will be this one. Go inside market, go sell, finish. When you finish selling, then you come. All right. That's what they normally do in Africa, in Nigeria. That's where I know. I don't know for that country. That was what happened to this boy. So the auntie will just that he cannot go to the house without that 100 naira to balance the sales. Thank God, luckily that I have money. I had to give him. I even gave him money. Oh, yeah, enter keke as they see you. So I think you know road if you enter keke. This was around 8. That is somebody's child. Nobody even knows that the parents are alive. That small boy, the boy no go pass that kind 8 years. He don't start to the hawk. Nobody even knows that he goes to school. Nobody even knows that maybe after school he don't even eat until the guardian say, oh, you can't go sell granuts. And maybe it's that granite self that they are using to manage to pay this their basha kind of wooden houses they stay in Nigeria. Nobody knows. But that boy cry, yeah. Oh my good God, that. And he can't even pay me, say I'm not quick see that boy. He don't cry. You know when you cry like this, all your tears don't dry finish because you don't too much cry. And this boy was standing on that street. People don't pass and tire, passers by. That is the heart we are talking about. People don't pass and tire. Nobody even reason the small little boy with kidnapping where they rain every rich one when they rain. Nobody even reason the boy. Say why you they cry. Whether he told me the truth or I don't know because I believe what people tells me. All right, whether not true, but I think it's the truth. How many are fit talk? You will see small children, they will lose money that they trade with that particular day. Their own is that when they get home, whoever that is with them will panabit them. Even though our parents panabit us, they panabit us with love. They will panabit us with love. But if you have somebody that is wicked, that doesn't like you, that know that you are a burden to his or her own responsibility, you understand? And the person sends you out to go and sell pure water. Say you tapioca, pork meat, all this small, petty trading, what we do in Nigeria to meet ends meet. Then you can't lose, even if na 100 naira, not come that house. So. Not come that house because the way they go take panabit you, eh? Hi, good God. My people. So, you are right, but don't forget that some women are richer than their husband. I did not say women are not richer. Mama, I did not say some women are not. But if we want to take statistics here, all right, most men are richer than their wives. That's what I'm talking about. I am talking about the ones that are not financially buoyant. Women that are not financially buoyant. Like this story now that I am treating now. With this story I am treating, you can see that the woman wasn't financially buoyant. All right? She must have seen money, but she wasn't wise enough to spend. That is why she is dragging the property with the brother-in-laws and with the in-laws of her. Because you will not tell me that if she is financially buoyant, she go bluff now. If the woman get money of her own, she go just she not send, she go just bluff. And there are some kind of family too that when the man dies and they find out that the family of the man is fighting the woman's family will take it up and fix the woman. Even though the woman was advised not to enter that marriage, but she refused. They will take it up and fix the woman. They will set her up, maybe in business, put her in place, so that she will not be thinking. And maybe before you know, death, depression, and all that, you will think suicide. That before you know, you kill your children, kill yourself. Things are happening. Do you know how many persons that like this, widows, we don't cry, oh yeah, cry, say, and maybe when the man was alive, the man truly loved them. But after the man's death, now nobody to fight for them. And they cannot. When you meet this person, they will tell you, before I will give you this money, you will sleep with me. How many men you go feel sleep with? How many men you go feel sleep with? I treated a story the other time. This is somebody I know. When the man died, the family of the man refused to take care of the woman with her children, except the man will marry one of the brothers. She said over her living body. She refused. That family, when I know the man, I got their dedication that time for one of their babies before he died. Okay. So the families of the man, they say you will inherit you. Now, our tradition, that is how it is. The woman say, over my living body will I do that. If you don't want to take care of your brother's children, so be it. She not agree. But what she later did was that she ended up marrying the man's best friend. Then people started saying that maybe she and the man, the man's best friend, was the one that connived and took the life of the man. I've treated that story long ago, and people gave their own views and opinion then. You understand? That was what she did. Because she doesn't want to live a promiscuous life. She have children, not be one, not be two, not be three for this man. How is she going to cope? So the best friend of the man married her and carried the children. But the family of the man till today, they don't even know what is even happening to their brother's children. They don't even know within the woman they carry, the cross the woman is carrying that is heavy on her. So what are we talking about? Instead of you to marry your husband, your late husband's brother, and because they haven't given you condition that if you don't marry them, one of them, because they've inherited you, is their tradition. If they don't marry you don't marry one of them, they are not ready to take care of your children. If you know you are that kind of woman that don't want to live a promiscuous life, to take care of your children, to bring your children up, and you have a friend that you know that is a friend, maybe like a platonic friend to you or your husband's friend, marry that person. Because when I even heard the story, I say, whether I like him or not, una must talk. People must talk. Excuse me, guys. People must talk, including you and I. So instead of me to advise a woman to marry the same mama, the same papa with the husband when he don't die, go and marry the husband's best friend that is a neutral person. Provided the person will take care of you, pamper you even more better than your husband. Is better. Even though the man was your husband's best friend and he was coming to your house all that time, you were cooking for him and your husband to eat, you people go out to jollification, and you know that your hands are clean. You have no intention that you will date the man, let alone to settle in life with him. And the unforeseen circumstance occur, which is death, that is inevitable. Then this man saw your plight, what you are going through, that the family of his friend said that you must continue that marriage in their family. Can they sleep with you? Oh my good God, God forbid batting. Instead, if your husband's best friend is asking your hand in marriage, I'm not talking about courtship or friendship right now. Marry that person, not gonna kill him. God forbid. Or if you know you don't want to marry the person, all right, say because of within people go talk. If you are this kind of person that live your life for what people will say, then don't. Then just know how you will take care of your children. Because when we talk about widow here, it is very, very difficult for most widow when the children are very little. That's what I'm talking about. When they are very, very little, maybe early teenager, they've not started doing something of their own. Women need to be smart and wise these days because the evil days are here. Yes. Okay. What about the ones that will delete their brother because they want to marry the Uriah's wife? Like the way and this man did in the Bible. They will delete this person and go and because they want to marry their brother's wife. All right. So that is how it is when we talk about will. Please, men, now men they cause all these things. Women too, they write will. Women too. When that's why I put this spouse. Will is not only from man. Women to write your will. Okay, if you are financially buoyant, if you have properties in your name, because it's not a crime to have property in your name, even though you are married. You and your partner can have in both names, but because of tomorrow, you know where you married to. Okay, maybe you bought the property before you met your husband. Still allow your name to be on that property. You can still change it to your children's name if you wish. All right, give the properties to your children. So not say because of saying love sweet you well, love you sweet you well, you go and change the name now to be Mr. and Mrs. Now you sabi o. Now you sabi because by the time the gbege go happen, now you go dey cry. Oh, had I know, if I had known, nobody told me. Let me tell you something. I told you is a good friend, but I would have told you is a bad friend. I think I tell you this thing, make you not do this thing. That person is a good friend. Hey, I don't know as I for put mouth stay talk am because if I talk am now you go vex. I for tell you that person is a bad friend. Tell the person, then let that person tell you that you are a bad friend. Don't tell me what to do. Don't how would you tell me to put my name in a property and I'm in love with my man. I do this one with my man. Property you bought before you met the man. No. Then remind the friend that time. I think I told you. All right. Because when it happened, when the gbege don't happen, you will be running out, marrying the husband's best friend was the best of. That is it. That was what she did. And she's happy today. Oh, daddy, thank you. So
who likes the Christmas tree? No, not Christmas. The Christmas present.
These children want to spoil my dress now.
Christmas
Please, now,
present.
you are looking fine. Just say hi and go. So my people, that is how it is. If you have children, plan for your children now. Plan for your children now. Discuss things. If you have a tough partner, okay, then you use wisdom. According to what Mama put here, Mama said, women need to be smart. Use wisdom. That one naira 50 kobo you are getting from your man, all right, it's not stealing. As far as he gave it to you, save. Learn to save. Learn to save. Not that you will be spending, buying jewelry, trinkets, and all that. At the end of the day, when you go, all those trinkets, you might not even know who will collect them. They might even take everything from your children. More especially when they are small. Okay? So my people, that is how it is. All right? We should be wise. I will say for me in conclusion, should be in the name of your children, then your spouse. Okay? If you are a man, add your spouse. Because she's your spouse. She's the mother of your children. And I said something that before you take that decision, okay, make sure you check on the Before you take that decision, so that we don't hear stories that touches the heart, carry on DNA with your children. Carry DNA with the children. Then, when you are sure that they are your own offspring, so that the children will not suffer tomorrow, then you get your lawyer, your barrister, your whatever to write it down. Then, for me, my own opinion, if the mother, the DNA result comes out, say that you get the children, you have a faithful wife, put your wife's name. I know most men will say, what is this woman talking about? What is this man talking about? That at the end of the day, the woman will remarry. And so what? Don't you want the happiness of the woman before if you die? You don't want the happiness of your wife if you die. You want the wife to mourn you all through her life as a widow, especially when she's still young. When she not remarry again, is that what you want the person to be? If that is what you want your wife to be, you are a wicked and evil man. Okay, my children, they just came back from judo class. Every Tuesday, they are judo class. Thank you, ma. Okay. So, allow them. I think I talk of the lady that I know that lost the husband. She's still young and remarried, and now she's born. So that's so life wants make her own be. So if, especially we Africa, women suffer a lot when it comes to inherit the man's wealth. Women suffer a lot. That is why most men that knows that their wives are not welcome in their homes, in their family, and they truly love their wives. Okay, they will not even tell the wife. Before you know, they will just arrange everything with the lawyer, and that is what saved this lady I'm talking about. But I said I went for the husband's wake keep. That is what saved her. If not, they have even come to collect the tear rubber car the man bought. The man did not even drive that car up to the Jeep up to 6 months before it passed on. One of the brothers have come to collect the car. That yes, the woman have her own. You have your own. So they seized the newest car the man bought for himself as a birthday gift. He didn't drive that car up to 6 months. Tear rubber. Okay. That the woman have her own. The woman say, I'm not the drag my husband motor with you now. After all, now even two he gets step. See another one there. Now want the other key. Even though not the old one, now one time, and this one is my own, which everybody knows that one is her own. If not because of this will we are talking about, because it's as if the man knew that he might not even come out from this battle. And to me, I don't even think that is an ordinary battle. It's spiritual battle that just ended that man like that. If not because of that, because when I spoke with somebody the other day, I asked after her, I hope say the woman still there the house. They say she is still there. That is what saved her. I'm talking of a Nigerian. That saved her. Then with what? With prayers and knees on the ground. Because I am innocent. Not be me kill this man. Man, I have cold. Okay? So, that is how it is. When you know where you belong, be smart. Use your number 6. Don't be gallivanting with friends that will not tell you the right things. They are only going to follow you, they chop your husband money. We go chop your money, chop your money, chop your money. I don't care. We go chop your money, chop your money, chop your money. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Now that one I then day. But when the begin don't happen now, bam, you will not see them again. But they don't vamos, they don't run 440. They are not even ready to even support for the burial and all that. But they follow you chop the man money that period. You are a wife, you are not a concubine. They are two different things. Even concubine of these days, wise concubines, girlfriends, lovers to married men that have children for their man that though not married, they still fight for the children's future. So let alone you that is a wife. All right. So let alone you that is a wife. Then you just fold your hands and allow your children to suffer tomorrow when the man dies. Because we are talking about death here. Death is too waiting. It could be the woman that will go first. So, but we know that when the woman goes first, most children don't suffer like that because their father is there for them. But the children might suffer if they are small, if their father remarries. That is just the only clause. But when a man dies first, financially, most women will suffer and the children will suffer. That is just the thing. But if a man is wealthy, the man is okay, and the wife dies first, okay, no matter what, even though the man remarry, he must make sure that his children are well taken care of. Even though they are maltreated by the new wife, but he will make sure that the children are okay. All right. So contrary is the case when it's a woman. So be wise, save, plan for your children's future if you really love your children, because our prayer as parents is that our children should be better off than us as parents. So guys, I go now. My family, they are back from their judo. Before you know, they will start disturbing, especially my small boy. As you can see, he even came and just say hi and he left. So thanks for coming in, M-Style. Thank you, Mama the Super. Thank you. Thank you, Berekwara TV. Thank you. As Mama the Super states, I think she's the only one that dropped a comment here that will should be given to the children. As for me, I will conclude with this, that will, if you are happily married, whoever that dies first, if is the woman that is alive, make sure you put the will, your husband's name in your will, your children's name as well in your will. That is for me, not just only the children. Then for men, though the same men decision, they did their mind though. Men, put your children in your will. Put your wife in your will. Then probably any member of your family that you want to, that you know that you have benefited from, that brought you up as a child, fine and good. But what we are trying to say here is that your children should be the most priority, except you want your children to suffer. Some husbands' family are so wicked and they will never cease to amaze someone. That is it, Mama. That is it. That is why when you know as a man, you know the kind of family you come from, you know that they don't like the wife. If you really have true love for your wife, you will fix your wife up. You will fix your wife up. All right. Look at Davido. Now, let me use Davido as an example now. Davido that is a baby fathers to different women here and there. None of them that is married to, is he not? I think one is Sophia, one is Chioma, the one is Larissa or so. I think those are the three ones I know. Those three ladies I know. Are you telling me now that Davido now, even with the three baby mamas, none of them that is married to, just baby mamas, and more will still come? Do you think the children of Davido will suffer? No way. Davido that coughed out 250 million naira. I tweeted it a few days ago. 200 million naira was donated to him as his birthday gift from his fans and friends. Why he added additional 50 million naira to that 200 million, making it 250 million naira, and he gave it to Nigeria government. Say, make una take this thing for Nigeria orphanage home. This is to mark my birthday, and by the special grace of God, it will be a tradition for me to be celebrating the poor like this every year when it comes to my birthday. After that, Davido jet out to Dubai, carry a baby mamas go flex. So what am I trying to say here? He's not married to any of them, but you and I knows that Davido have left a legacy for those children, must have put things right for those children, even their baby mamas. That is why you see that they don't like themselves, because what they get from Davido, which every young lady is even looking for that opportunity if it happened. That is why you see that they sleep with him unprotected. They don't even care whether I have STDs, whether I have STI. They don't care. They are going to say, make a carry celebrity pikin. You know what it means? Even though in those days when we were young, we dey shame to become baby mama. Like say, see, you don't born for highway. Shame go dey catch you. For you to even come out is problem. But this time around, now the parents even they push, say, come on, go. Not be your mates don't born for Davido, so you know if you go even hook for one celebrity to make you carry belle. You understand? Because of what they know the financial gains that they are getting. So, guys, I go now. Kids are always the paramount, as Mama Super said, and that is the fact. Then, if you really love each other as a spouse, put your spouse name in your will. That's my own opinion as well, alongside your children. Then every other person can just be like little, you understand? So I go now. Thank you, guys. See you some other time, God willing. Goodbye for now.